Welcome to Forerunners Pilates with AB, a slightly different take on today's session, which is runner's knee. So pain underneath the kneecap caused by strength imbalances, mobility imbalances, and overload of the knee in general. It's something that can get very sore, very painful. It's usually worse when you're going downstairs, running downhill. It can be really sore even just sitting for prolonged periods of time. It's usually sore directly underneath the kneecap and that posterior medial aspect of the patella, so that inside little portion. Now, these exercises are designed to help improve your mobility around the hips, the quads, strengthen up the areas to stop the overload of the knee. But if you do need more help with this one, I really suggest you see a physio and get right to the bottom of it. Exercises really help me, and I'm going to take you through them now. We'll start with the mobility ones because they're nice as a little bit of warm up. We'll get you here onto your backs. So tight glutes are going to really impact what happens at the knee. We're going to get those nice and loose from the word go. Your right ankle over your left knee. Interlace your hands underneath to grab onto your left side knee. Relax your shoulders, and we're just going to go for some little bit of a chin lift, tuck curl to see if you can get a little bit of range. Increase the stretch into that right glute, particularly into the deep rotators of the hip, and then slowly relax all the way down. We'll do 5 of these. So this is a good way to release some of the muscle groups that get tight and overload the knee. It's a good way to get some strength when I take you through a little bit of hip strength and stability to help offload that kneecap and the knee joint. And it can be done pretty simply in the comfort of your own home. These are tried and tested by me and made big differences for my kneecap pain. We'll go for one more. And from here we go straight to the other side. Left heel down, right foot flat. We're gonna get that left ankle over the knee. Reach underneath, feel the stretch into that glute first of all. Interlace your hands around the right kneecap. And then from here start to tuck your chin to your chest. Just getting a little bit of hip mobility. And then slowly lowering all the way down. So it's sort of a two-pronged approach. You want nice and loose hips, quads, ankles, feet, calves, but you also want to be really strong and stable to tolerate the impact of running. So we're going to try and work on both of those aspects. You've got 3 more here. And 2. And this is your last one here, curl, lift, getting nice and deep into your left side glute. And then from here, plant your heels down straight into a little bit of strength. So we're gonna work on the hamstrings and also the hips here. So I want you to take your hands by your sides, push your heels down heavy, feet tracking in line with your knees, your hips parallel, alignment, tuck your tailbone, straight up into your hip bridge, nothing too wild. And slowly back down again. So it's pretty slow, controlled rehab session. Tuck of the tailbone, curl of your hips all the way to the top. So we're getting strong through the posterior chain so we don't overload the anterior chain, including your knees. All right, we are gonna add a little bit of calf and footwork here as well. The stronger the soleus muscle here, the less you load through the knee. So we're gonna lift up to this next bridge and just layer on here. We'll try and get as many exercises as we can in a really efficient little program. So the hips lift, hold, lift your heels once, twice, and slowly lowering down. So the goal is to target the soleus muscle, which you're doing here with his bent knee position, the hamstrings and the glutes. Lift your heels once, twice. We're going to do 3 more rounds just like this. You can reach your arms up towards the ceiling just to get a little bit more of shoulder and core involvement. Hips lift all the way up. Heels lift once, twice. You've got 2 more rounds. So nice and slow and steady. We've loosened up the glutes and now we're getting them nice and strong. Once, twice. On this last one, we'll just continue with those calf rises. Tuck your tailbone, lifting all the way to the very top. Hold your shoulders steady and continue to lift the heels, lower the heels. Lift those heels, lower the heels. So the arms are strong, hips are tight. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We'll slowly lower down in 4, 3, 2, 1. The heels lower, The hips lower, the arms are wide. Just go for a little lumbar rotation from side to side. Free up through that lower back. And we're coming straight across onto our left side elbow. We're gonna work on the quad mobility, but then also glute strength. As I said, we want both of those aspects. So from here, shoulders up tall, knees stacked, reach behind, grab onto that right side ankle. You wanna pull the heel in towards your glute. We're gonna open up through the front of the hip and rec fem. It's gonna feel good for the quad and help release that tracking of the knee. So from here, we'll add a little bit of movement. I want you to round the knee all the way to the nose. And then keeping the heel tight, pull that heel all the way back. We've got 5 of these. So we're just mobilizing through that front quad region before we get a little bit of strength into the glute. And with this one, you want to see if you can gradually get that knee back a little bit more, opening up a little bit more through the front of the hip and through the quad. Last 2. So the stretching is usually the nice bit. The strengthening a little bit harder, but really effective for offloading the knees. Finishing this last one, open up through the hip and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Knees come back together, straight into some glute strength. We're gonna work on both of your hips. Again, get your bang for your buck. Hands to your hip. From here, push through your knees, come straight up into our little hover and start to open up your top knee. Slowly knees together as you lower down. I love this one because you're getting the stability on one glute, you're getting strength into the other glute, but you're not impacting your knees. And glute strength will really help with your mechanics to help offlay that impact load to the front of the kneecap. And they are tough. You will feel your shoulder a little bit, your obliques. See if you can push your weight a little bit further down. And we're gonna go for 5 more here. See if you can get those hips lifted. 4 to go. And as you're doing it, you just want to soften through that right knee, but keep a nice bit of height through your left side. Last 2 reps, we'll hold at the top. 2, strong glutes, happy knees, lifting right to the very top. Last bit, best bit, hover, hold, extend from here, 15 seconds, tiny pulses of that top leg, small, controlled, and slow. You're really feeling that left side glute, but you're also feeling the right. As I said, you get a little bit of 2 birds, 1 stone. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering all the way down, straight onto your sit bones. From here, just go for a little sway of your knees from side to side. We're gonna work a little bit on VMO here. So extend your left side leg, bend your right side knee, and just have that right side knee falling out to the side. And I find if you can prop yourself onto your elbows for this one, it just relaxes your hips. Turn your left leg slightly out. Start to slowly lift your left leg. Slowly lower, don't let the heel touch. Lock out that knee, slight turn out. And the target here is to get that VMO muscle, that inner quad that helps track that knee, keep it in alignment. And it doesn't feel like you're doing a whole lot, but slowly but surely, you're gonna start to feel that through the front of that leg, and that quad strength will help offlay that pain in the kneecap, correcting that mechanics. You've got 5 to go. 4, relaxing those shoulders as well, keeping the toes turned out, make sure the knees tight. 3, surprisingly tough. 2, the weight of your whole leg. You might even see a little shake and shudder. 1, and relax straight to the other side. Left leg bent, right knee straight, slight turn out in your heel. Relax the shoulders and start to slowly lift, slowly lower. Cool, so you wanna make sure that that leg's really tight. The knee softly bent, you recruit your hips. So you wanna lock out that leg, slight turn out, and you'll start to notice a little bit of a build into the front of that leg. You don't have to take the leg high, and you certainly don't wanna rest it at the bottom. You wanna keep tension on those quads at all times. You've got last 5, 4. See if you can keep that knee really tight for the last 3, 2, and very last 1. From here, plant your heels down. Just go for a little twist through your hips. So you want to take one elbow across, just get a little bit of rotation into your back, straight to the other side. And we are nearly done here in our mobility and strength runner's knee set. So propped up onto your right side elbow, reaching behind to grab onto your left side heel, opening up through that left side quad, shoulders down, chest up. And we'll add that little stretch. We've got 5 of these, knee to nose as we curl and round. And then from here, keeping that heel close, getting a bit more range. Last 3 reps. Keeping the heel tight, getting a little bit more depth into the front of that leg. You have 2 to go, 1 little hold at the end. And then very last one, heel close to your glute, pull the knee back, holding yourself open, nice length through your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The knees come together. This is the fun bit. So just set yourself up with your hand on your hip, a little bit of glute strength here to finish. You're gonna start to hover off through your knee as you hover off through your hips. Lift and hold. And slowly lower down. So the good thing about this one is you're getting a really good strength amount here into your right and your left side leg. And the knees will just gently separate as you lift. Gently come together as you lower. You want to keep your shoulders nice and strong, obliques engaged. The stronger the core, the pelvis, the hips, the glutes, the less impact down the chain. So you want to see if you can keep it all really nice, strong and controlled. We've got that little round of pulses coming up. You've got 5 to go. Last bit, the best bit. Last 4. Getting yourself set up so you can get your heel in line with your hip. In 3. Last 2, you'll be working both sides here, particularly that right hip for this last little hold. Lengthen, reach, extend, hover, and then from here, 15 seconds of tiny little pulses of that top heel. That's it, you want to keep them small, legs straight, really targeting those deep hip rotators for 10, 9, 8, make sure you keep that heel up, leg tight, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax all the way down. You are done. Just bend your knees, sitting onto your sit bones, hands behind your hips. And then from here, just go for a little sway of those knees from side to side. So that was a holistic little set there for runner's knee, mobility, strength, control included. Doing that one about 3 times a week is perfect. And let me know how your knees go. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the link below for more exercise snacks, mobility tips, and runner special sequences. Enjoy.